Hey guys, what's up? Sportacus here, trying to record this video for the third freaking time, and if OBS messes this thing up, I'm gonna lose my shit really bad. Like, really bad. So for today, I was planning to do something different, a reaction video with me reacting to the 10 finalists for the center creature vote. Unfortunately, OBS decided to fuck with me, and now I'm recording this a third time. Yeah, this is not fun. Things I do for love. And this is my love for you guys, my viewers. I'm not trying to make anyone vote for my personal favorite creature, so if you have a different opinion than me, please let me know in the comments. So yeah, let's get started, because I've already been through this intro 1,000 times. The Miracinonyx, or the Miracinonyx, or the whatever this is called, the hazard deploying speed demon. I think this is the third or fourth time I see this creature submitted. I'm sure it was submitted for Ragnarok and for Aberration, and this time it's once again submitted for the center. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I don't think this is a creature that fits the map the best out of the 10 creatures we have here. It's another creature that revolves around moving really fast, just like the Maywing, the Managmar, the Shadowmane, etc. Plus, for the center, I would really love a creature that is a land-water hybrid. You know I'm a sucker for versatility, so yeah, that's that. I don't want a land-based creature for a map with a lot of water like the center. Let's see, the next one is the Bajdasaurus, the savage sea-loving sauropod. So the Bajdasaurus, it's certainly an interesting creature, better than the whatever the speed demon was. First, I like the fact that it's a sauropod. I think we need more sauropods in the game. And I love the fact that it has a different design for male and female. Unfortunately, I don't like the fact that you can only tame females, or at least that's what I'm understanding from the description, and I do not like the fact that you cannot mate them in captivity. Just look at the Fenrir. It's a really good creature that is really held back by the fact that it's so freaking hard to get and you cannot breed with it. For me, it's the simple thought of Zyntag not being able to get some crazy ass looking colors on these creatures that make me want to not vote for them. They certainly have some pluses, like the fact that they like water and they get a hydration buff, but the fact that you cannot breed with it really kills it for me. Plus, they look very similar to the Amargasaurus. For me, it's a meh. Next, we have the Nothosaurus ludicus. Now, this is another creature that has been submitted for other maps as well, like Ragnarok and Aberration. This is actually the Aberration design that was submitted, and this is a pack water-based creature, something like that. It would move at the speed of a Sarco on land, so I don't think it's the best creature for land movement. You would have a pack buff and a fear debuff, plus an armor-penetrating attack using boiling water. For me personally, I would have preferred the initial design of the creature, the one that was submitted for Ragnarok, and I think this is the one. With the Nothosaurus being something like a really fast water creature that has a torpedo-like movement, and that can dash through water, and that is decently fast on land, and actually loves to come out on land to get some sunlight and to digest its food. But yeah, I think this is a much better fit for the center map, since it is a hybrid dino, but with the new design, I don't think it's the best thing that we could have. Let's see if we can find something that I'm 100% sold on. Next, we have the Hatzegopteryx, the island-hopping pterosaur. Okay, this is another one that really doesn't fit the map. Look, I love the Hatzegopteryx. I got nothing against this creature. This creature was actually discovered in Romania, my home country, in the land of Hatzeg, and so I'm a big supporter of the Hatzegopteryx. I actually voted for it when it was submitted for the island. With that being said, I don't think it really fits the center map. The guy that submitted it gave it some pretty cool abilities, like the rivalry buff, which improves its stats when it fights something like the Rhinognatha or Wyverns. Another really cool thing is this right here, the Jetstream ability. This basically improves the stamina for any other flyers that are around the Hatzegopteryx. This is really cool because that's actually how birds fly in groups, you know, since flying in groups reduces the air drag. So yeah, I think this would be a really good creature, but not on the center map. Maybe the Crystal Isles map. Yeah, I think that's where the island hopping pterosaur would fit the best. Let's see the next one. The giant flying fish, Thoracopterus, the new fastest water gliding mount. Okay, so once again, another creature based around being super fast and another glider. Come on, we just got another glider for aberration. Plus, with this thing, you're supposed to just jump out of the water and glide above it or on the surface. Sounds familiar? May wing anyone? It does have one cool ability, which is this stealth ability, which allows you to move safely through the ocean of arc, which could be incredibly useful against Tuzos or jellyfish especially, but that's kind of it. And plus, even though I really love these wings, I'm just gonna say it. This thing looks like a It has a very phallic design. For me, this is another meh creature for the center. Let's see the next one. Okay, the Mesoparapylocheles. What the hell is this thing? Mesoparapylocheles. I can never pronounce this name. Please, someone tell me how the hell am I supposed to pronounce this thing? Mesoparapylocheles. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounced it. The underwater/land multi-shell tank giant hermit crab. You cannot tell me that when you hear multi-shells tank giant hermit crab, you don't get excited. This guy is absolutely gorgeous. Look at its size compared to a human. This thing is huge, and you got this amazing looking shell that you can go inside once you've tamed them. And that's how you actually tame them. Basically, you have to break their shell while not getting caught breaking their shell, and then you have to bring them items for them to repair the shell, and that's how you gain their trust. I know it's messed up, but it's cool. And check this thing out. After you tame this guy, you can actually teach him how to craft other type of shells, which probably give you some different bonuses or something like that. I don't know, I haven't read all the thing. But yeah, I think this is an amazing creature. Plus, it's supposed to be really good on land and in water, so that's always a plus for a map like the center. So come on guys, tell me this creature wouldn't fit with the beaches of the center. Personally, this is my favorite out of these 10 creatures. It's a big thumbs up from Spartacus here. The next one is the Pemphix, the giant lobster medic. So another crustacean, and at first sight, it looks like a bigger version of the Eurypterid. I don't know if this is an only aquatic tame or if it can come on land, but it's supposed to be something like an underwater Daedon, which heals your dino in an area, or, as a second ability, it can latch onto one of your creature and use a super healing ability for that one creature. Obviously, that's inspired by the Team Fortress 2 medic, which I think is really cool. Now, another really awesome thing about this creature is this thing right here. It has a unique variant that has a really low chance of spawning, called the Blue Lobster. So the Blue Lobster, in addition to the healing abilities, also has another offensive ability, inspired by the Pistol Shrimp. It's called a Stunning Punch that stuns the targets for a period of time. Personally, I love this thing, with some super rare variants that can be spawned, which actually have some different abilities, unlike the Unicorn that just has a horn on its head and it's the same Equus. However, I have to say that I don't think the center is the best map for this thing. Why? Hear me out. Mr. Dragon Horse, if your creature doesn't win this vote, please submit it for Genesis Part 1. This thing is an awesome addition for the Genesis 1 ocean biome. Why? Because you actually have a boss to fight there with an army of ocean creatures, and having an underwater Daedon for your army would be amazing. But this creature surely gets a thumbs up from me, since it's a really nice creature, which makes sense for the center, but again, it would be even better for that Gen 1 ocean biome. I think I skipped one, or it moved. The Nothosaurus. Oh yeah, this one, right here. So this is another creature that, in my opinion, would really fit that ocean biome on Gen 1. First of all, their taming is really interesting. Basically, you can find wild babies that you can actually tame passively on the shores of the map. You have to play with them and bring some items that they require. And those items could be trophy drops like the Megtooth or the Basilosaurus blubber, or just foods like kibble and honey. It certainly is doable, but if you get something like the Toothless Tentacle, yeah, you probably won't get that whale anytime soon in the early game. Now, regarding their abilities, they have some really cool things, like XP sharing with other orca babies. So basically, you can feed your orcas trophies to gain bonus damage against certain creatures. For example, if you feed an orca a Tusoteuthis tentacle, they will gain bonus damage against Tusoteuthis. Same for the Magtooth or the Basilosaurus blubber. They also get a peg buff and a pack leader buff, and another really cool ability that they get is this echolocation. Basically, once used, it will mark out on your map any creatures that drop trophies. So yeah, I have to give credit to the guy that designed this creature for making trophies actually useful, besides only being required for, boss fights. Next we have this thing right here, Saivodus the Man-Eater. Let me have a sip of water because I've been talking like crazy for the past 3 hours, and yeah, my throat can't take this any longer. Okay, so let's see. This is another big shark, I'd say. It's a mid to large size creature. And at first, with this coloring, I thought it was supposed to be something like a ocean hynodon. But no, it's more of a ocean daedon, just like that lobster. With this one, you're supposed to have better healing rates based on what food you're feeding your fish. Now, regarding healing, I think the lobster is better. However, this thing has a pretty nice taming method. So basically what you have to do is use a new item called Chum Bucket, which contains narcotics, use it on one of your creatures, and then wait for the shark to come and bite and latch onto your creature. Once it latches on it, the narcotics from the Chum Bucket applied to your creature will start to increase the shark's torpidity, resulting in a knockout. Personally, I find this taming method pretty interesting, especially if you could use this Chum Bucket to tame other ocean dwellers as well. But when it comes to healing, I'd rather have that lobster. But with that being said, it's still an aquatic tame. However, after I've seen what they've done with the mag, I don't feel confident enough in giving Wildcard another shark to implement in Ark. And last but not least, the Shastasaurus, giant marine reptile leviathan with submarine saddle. Okay, so this Shastasaurus is a big-ass fish. It rivals the Mosasaurus and the Lidzictis in size, I think, but is just as docile as a Ichthyornis. And apparently that's how you actually tame them. So basically they are friendly creatures that want to live in a pack, but because of their size, they have to live separately because they need a lot of food. To tame these guys is to befriend them with some of your Ichthyornises. Now regarding its abilities, you can see that it has this awesome looking saddle, which basically acts as a submarine. It has some torpedo launchers, and once you surface, this roof right here will open and will reveal some harpoon launchers, which can be used for assaulting a base maybe. You can also build inside this submarine, and you have unlimited oxygen inside. The creature is also too big to be immobilized by the Tusoteuthis. And it also has an echolocation ability. Basically, the Shasta has a built-in radar, allowing it to detect any hostile creatures or players in the immediate area. However, that's not all. The Shasta can charge up a sonic blast that acts as a flashbang grenade and disorients all enemies. This would probably work like the UT Fear Roar that makes your creature uncontrollable. However, I have another cool idea for this one. What if this sonic blast would mess up your opponent's controls over your creatures? So let's say you use the Sonic Blast, and then when the opponent presses D to go to the right, their creature would actually go to the left or upwards. That would actually be really funny to mess up with the opponent's controls, allowing the Shastasaurus to easily escape a fight and creating a new and original ability. Even though I consider the Shastasaurus to be just another Mosasaur, since that one also has a platform saddle, I have to give this one a thumbs up. It fits the center map pretty well, though I still think this would be an even better creature on a purely water-based map, like the Gen 1 Ocean biome. And these are the 10 creatures that have made it to the final vote. What's my favorite? Well, the multi-shell tank giant hermit crab. I'm sorry, but the ability to build different shells and change them is so damn cool. I don't know, maybe I'm just a sucker for hermit crabs in general, but I really like this idea. But once again, I've got no problem if you disagree with me. So tell me in the comments what's your favorite creature out of these 10, and let me know your reasoning behind your choice. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Regarding my other videos that I've teased up in the community page a few weeks ago, I got some good news. The Versus series episode featuring the brand new Ceratosaurus will be out later this week, while the Fjordur boss guide is planned for the middle of next week. So if you don't want to miss those videos, hit that subscribe button. See you next time. Sportagus out.